What's going on, y'all? We're back again. It's Falcons Daily on a Wednesday. I am CG Craig Green, your host, and we are back to continue to talk about this week's game coming up, the season debut of the 2025 Atlanta Falcons as they take the field against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers coming up this Sunday afternoon at the Benz, 1 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time. One of the notable things coming from Raheem Morris's press conference on Monday was the fact that two of the Falcon rookies are going to be starting in the secondary. That would be Xavier Watts at strong safety, and also Billy Bowman Jr. is going to start at the nickel corner spot for the Falcons as well. Their base package is going to be somewhere either like a 3-4 or even a nickel base, but we will remain to be seen who comes out on the first play of the game for the Falcons. But that's their listed depth chart right now. Is that he is starting on the inside at the corner spot right now, and behind him would be Natron Brooks and then Mike Ford. So then on the safety side, of course, it's Watts and then Jordan Fuller. That's who you got there. On the defensive side, Leonard Floyd, David Onyemata, Brandon Dorless, Arnold Ebiketie are going to be your guys up front. Your linebackers, Caden Ellis, Divine Diablo, and then, of course, at the corner spot, besides Billy Bowman, is going to be Mike Hughes and A.J. Terrell. But I feel pretty good about putting these guys out there. I mean, they're not really being thrown in the fire per se, but they've already had those snaps in practice, and they've done some things in the preseason to where the coaching staff feels good about putting those guys out there week one against Baker Mayfield. I mean, because stopping the Bucs is going to be a tall task right now. Baker Mayfield, if you don't know, has thrown the most touchdown passes in the last two seasons. In the NFL, he's got like 65 or 70, something like that. I think it's like 69 exactly, if I'm not mistaken. But he's had the Buccaneers offense humming since he's got there, and it's going to be a tall order for these guys to be able to dissect what the Bucs are doing on offense, and stop new pieces like Emeka Egbuka and things like that. I mean, we'll break that down tomorrow a little bit further, talking about the Buccaneers offense and what the Falcons can do to stop them. But goes to show how much confidence they have in these guys, instead of putting other players out there, instead of putting D. Alford out there at the corner spot, and at the nickel. They're going to have him back up A.J. Terrell instead of having Clark Phillips at the nickel. They're going to put Billy Bowman out there, or it's a testament to the hard work they've done in the preseason and in training camp and in good Lord, excuse me. It's a testament to what they've done during a mini camp and whatnot before that. So, and also, again, being drafted where they were, they came with some expectations. So now it's time for all that to unfold, and we'll see what happens on Sunday afternoon when the ball goes up in the air. But outside of that, I was looking at the depth chart a little harder as well, and I was thinking that maybe we could use a little wide receiver help, especially if Darnell Mooney can't play. Again, remember, he's listed as day-to-day. The injury report's going to come out a little later today, and we'll see where things stand. Will he practice? Will he not practice? Some of it can be precautionary. Again, remember the depth chart. I mean, not the depth chart. The injury report. Really, in my opinion, I mean, yes, it's to keep teams honest, but it's also a piece of strategy that the teams use as well in order to kind of throw one team off or the other. So sometimes it's hard to tell where players really stand, when it comes to certain injuries, because, you could have a hangnail and be questionable. So, hopefully Darnell Mooney's got a clean bill of health, and the Falcons are just having a little gamesmanship here with the Buccaneers. But if not, two players I was looking at, first of one is someone who was just released, given his outright release, and that was Robert Woods. He was given the outright release from the Pittsburgh Steelers. And also the other one is Gabe Davis, who is on the practice squad for the Buffalo Bills. Davis is working his way back from an injury, but for him to be on the practice squad right now, that goes to show you where he's at health-wise. for the Bills to use a roster spot on him if he wasn't able to play anytime soon. So, but Gabe Davis is a pretty good player. I mean, he had some of his best seasons in 2022 and 2023. But he's been a very productive player as well. I mean, he scored 29 touchdowns in the regular season in 5 years. I mean, that's darn near, 6 touchdowns a season. So a guy like that would also be a pretty good asset for the Falcons offense. But also, I think Robert Woods wouldn't be too bad to look at either on a short-term deal, like a 1-year deal, a few $1,000,000 here and there. Again, he knows Raheem Morris from their time with the Rams, so they were there at the exact same time. I wouldn't be surprised if we made a call to Robert Woods as well. I mean, he is 33 years old. He's been around the league for a while. He's worn many jerseys. But I could see him maybe coming to Atlanta and at least having a workout if we needed a wide receiver in a pinch. You would think we'd probably go to our practice squad first, maybe look at a Dylan Drummond or somebody. But if that, I'm just talking, basically if Mooney can't play. But if Mooney couldn't play, I mean, why not give a call to Robert Woods, a veteran guy who could step in almost right away. And, with the Zach Robinson offense, again, remember, he came from the Rams. So, it's almost a natural fit in a way. But again, it all depends on the health of Darnell Mooney and the confidence of the Falcons and their coaching staff with the guys they've got to go to battle with, with or without, numero uno on the field. Also, one piece of news we saw was Thomas Dimitroff, the former Falcons GM, 13 seasons with the Falcons. Now he is employed by the New Orleans Saints as a special consultant or whatever. He's whispering in Mickey Loomis's ear. I guess that's what they call it down there. So good on TD to get a job in the NFL, but he's been around the league for a long time. He's been in the league like 25, 30 years. His resume, the Falcons, Patriots, Cleveland Browns, Detroit Lions, and the Chiefs. He won Executive of the Year twice with the Falcons. A lot of times we question Thomas Dimitroff and the moves he made and the drafts he had. But, I mean, you don't win Executive of the Year twice if you don't know what you're doing. And, every team is going to hit and miss on the draft, swing and miss. That's going to happen from time to time. So, but, I mean, with Thomas Dimitroff, I mean, you can't deny it. We had our best run of Falcons football as a franchise with him as the general manager, pulling the strings, getting some of the players and things that we did. I mean, without him, we may not have Matt Ryan. We may not have had the chance to win Super Bowl 51 in the first place if it wasn't for Thomas Dimitroff. So, again, good for him. Sucks he went to the New Orleans Saints of all places. But, I mean, hey, we took, their general manager in waiting time, Terry Fontenot, and he gets paid by Arthur Blank now. So, tit for tat, I suppose. I mean, the rivalry will always continue, and yep, it'll always never die. And last piece of news, got a birthday to acknowledge, and that is for our head coach Raheem Morris. That's right. Today, September 3rd, is his birthday. He is turning 49 years old. Looks like he's about 29 years old. But again, Raheem Morris, happy birthday to you, Coach Ra. And hopefully we will reward you with a victory on Sunday. But Raheem Morris has been around the league for a long time. We got him back from the Rams. He was our interim head coach when Dan Quinn was let go. And then he went on to the Rams to be defensive coordinator and to do some good things with the Rams, win a Super Bowl there. And now he's back with the Falcons to help try to lead us to, number one, first a win on week one, number two, a division title, and then number three, whatever else you can do after that. Because remember what he said in his press conference when he first got to the team, or one of his first addresses to the team was, we get into the playoffs, man, we get into the tournament, you don't know what the blank could happen. So we'll find out if all that goes down. But for now, somebody give this man a cupcake with a candle in it. Happy birthday, Coach Rob. And hopefully we get you a win on the weekend. All right, y'all. Have a great rest of your Wednesday. We'll be back on Thursday. I'm going to break down the Tampa Bay Buccaneers a little bit and see what ways we can attack them offensively, defensively, and maybe even mentally, perhaps. And then on Falcon Friday, we may go into some keys to the game for the Falcons to come away with a win. and we'll go from there. So anyway, y'all have a good rest of your Wednesday. And if you want to give FanArch a follow, they are at FANARCHCO on social media. That is their cool looking logo up there in the top left corner. I'm at Craig G Sports, CRAIG, the letter G, and the word sports. So if you want to give me a follow, that's where you can find me. We'll see you tomorrow. Sayonara and buenos noches.